Welcome to All About St. Paul, where we feature videos about city services, programs, entertainment, and more.
He's Nick Nelson from the city's video production team.
And she's Liz Wagner from St. Paul Parks and Recreation.
Coming up on this week's show,
winter has arrived, and so have winter activities.
We look back on Mayor Coleman's 12 years.
Downtown is your destination for festive holiday fun.
Shop with the Cop brings cheer to those in need.
And we look inside one of St. Paul's castles.
We'll have those stories and a lot more on All About St. Paul. We're coming to you today from the Como Park Ski Center, affectionately known as Mount Como.
Now, I know I'm not alone in wanting some more snow, but winter activities are underway here and elsewhere.
Let's head inside to find out more. With me here today is Paul Nakanishi, lead ski instructor here at Como Park Ski Center. Paul, tell us about the ski program here at Mount Como.
Well, the ski program here has been going on for over 50 years now. And it was probably early 60s that it started. Then we added snowboarding in the late 90s when snowboarding became fashionable. I think the cross country probably predated both of them. And the lesson programs are really the heart of both the snowboard program and the ski program. We have a 5-week program, and lessons are held on Wednesday night, Thursday nights, and all day on Saturday. There's a few private lessons that are also available during Sundays and Wednesdays and Thursdays.
Tell us about the Friday Family Fun Nights.
It's the best bargain in the city. For a family of 5, it's $60. You can't get a ski area for that kind of money. It's really cheap. It's a lot of fun too. There's quite a few people that come out. There's usually a number of instructors that are also out there to kind of help you along.
Like a really great deal. What else would you like to tell the viewers about the ski program?
Liz, here's really the heart of this program. I see the kids coming in at 4 years old and 5 years old. They've just learned how to run and walk. Then we teach them how to put ski boots on. And they start stumbling around in ski boots, and then they put on skis and they start moving around on the snow on skis. By the end of 5 weeks, they are skiing down the hill. Big smiles on their face. It's really great. And then they stay around until about age 15, going through the various other levels of our program. And about that time, they give me a call. They say, I'd like to be an instructor there. I tell them that this is a program for leadership training and management training. And if they just want a job, go look at McDonald's because it's a lot easier. Some of them say something like, I want to give back. That's an easy one. I hire them immediately. They're mostly college-bound kids. And sometimes they come back with a master's degree. And they're always welcome back. These are really community leaders when they finish this program, and it's really and then they bring their kids back, so it's really fun to see that complete cycle, the kids growing up, becoming instructors, becoming responsible adults, and then bringing their kids in, and the cycle starts again. So I see that as really the most important part of the program.
Well, thanks for all the info, Paul. Go to stpaul.gov/parks and click on Winter Activities to learn more. Back to you, Nick.
Well, if skiing isn't your thing, of course there's a lot more to do outside in the winter, like skating and sledding. Matt and Gina from Parks and Recreation will give you all of your skating options, and then stay tuned for a fun sledding video.
Oh, look at this. This is fantastic. Gina. Hey, Matt Reiners, how are you?
Good. How are you
Good
doing?
to see you. Good. Folks, this is Gina Stokes. She's an assistant rec director at one of our fabulous rec centers in St. Paul. And Gina, I was on my way to my favorite sledding hill, and I noticed all these great ice rinks throughout the whole city. How many do we have? I mean, this is great. They're all around, aren't they?
Yes, that's right, Matt. We have rec centers that have ice rinks all around the city. We use them for many purposes. We have general skating rinks. We have hockey boards for hockey games. We have broomball leagues. We also just have some figure skating rinks for families that want to come out and just have fun.
Yeah, that's more my speed, actually. Just want to have fun, because I notice here, right here, we got the boards up, and it looks like a great rink for hockey or boot hockey. That's this kind of rink, right? I mean, this is one of those fancy refrigerated rinks, right?
Yeah, Matt, I'm glad you brought that up. This is a refrigerated rink. We also have a few more at Northdale Rec Center and at Palace Rec Center. These are great rinks. A lot of times high school and grade school hockey teams will have some organized games here, but you can also have some pickup practices and some nice boot hockey on these.
That's fun. That's fantastic. I love St. Paul in the winter. We have great facilities, and we have great rinks. And my speed is more these general rinks that you can bring the family to and just skate around with your family, right? We have quite a few of those as well around the city.
Oh, we sure do. A lot of our rec centers have hockey boards along with general rinks. So if the families don't want to get in with the organized hockey skaters, they can have their own speed and enjoy the day as well.
I love it. You know, with all these rinks, it sure is a lot of maintenance, I would imagine, for all our Parks and Recreation staff. But we can't do it by ourselves, or the parks can't do it by themselves, right?
We sure can't, Matt. We have a ton of volunteers, and they often help shovel snow off, flood the rinks, put many of hours in as service. If you're interested, and if anyone's interested, you can volunteer and call 266-6400 or visit our website, stpaul.gov/parks, and click on our winter activities.
That video featured some of our most popular sledding destinations, but there are a lot more. You can find a map at stpaul.gov/sleddinghills.
Liz, I'm not going to let the people in that video have all the fun. I happen to know one of those locations is right here, and I brought my sled.
Let's finish the show first, Nick.
Okay, well, earlier I caught up with Jamie Hendrickson of Visit St. Paul, and she tells us about yet another skating destination and some festive holiday activities. Well, I'm here with Jamie Hendrickson with Visit St. Paul. She's going to tell you everything you need to know about this fabulous skating rink. But first, Jamie, tell us a little bit about who Visit St. Paul is and what you guys do.
Sure, thanks Nick. Visit St. Paul is the city's official tourism agency, and our work is focused on promoting the city with the goal of bringing people here. So visitors, conventions, big events, and our goal is to create economic growth for the community.
And one of those things that you promote is this awesome skating rink. What if folks need to know to take advantage of that?
Definitely. So each year, Visit St. Paul Foundation, in partnership with the City of St. Paul and a lot of generous sponsors, produces the Wells Fargo Winter Skate Rink. It's just an incredible opportunity for people to come right to the heart of downtown St. Paul, and it's an awesome backdrop. I mean, we're surrounded by the Historic Landmark Center, cultural institutions like the Ordway, the George Latimer Library, and the James A. Hill Center, and the classic St. Paul Hotel. Also, we're right next to Rice Park, and the park doesn't get any more beautiful than in the winter. We light all the trees, and at the center of it is a 60-foot pine tree, which this year was donated by the Gilman family in St. Paul. And we light that up each year as part of Rice Park, powered by Xcel Energy.
So how do folks come and skate on here? Do they need to bring their own skates?
Good question. So we are here 7 days a week through February 11th. We close only on Christmas Day and New Year's Day, but otherwise you can bring your own skates down and skate for free. Or we do have skates available for rent. They're $4 each. If you have a Wells Fargo card, you can present your card, and for each time you present that, you get a free skate rental. Also this year, we are collecting new and gently used ice skates, and if you donate a pair of skates, you get free skate rental for the entire season.
So is it always this general skating, or are there other things that happen here as well?
So we have open skate every day, and then weekday evenings we host things like youth hockey practice, corporate broomball, and other special events. Also this year we have 6 Saturdays where we are offering free learn to skate lessons. So you can come out on Saturday morning, we'll have ice skating instructors out here, and you can get your free lesson. Also before that, we will be having some days where we do like a toddler hour. So you can bring your little ones out, they can get out and test the rink and kind of get their first experience there. Our website, visitstpaul.com/winterskate, has all of the info.
Well, this whole area is a magic place to be this time of year. What are some of the other happenings around here?
Yeah, so in addition to all the great places to eat and drink nearby, we are surrounded by some of St. Paul's most iconic locations that have great things going on all season. The St. Paul Hotel is always a great place to visit for dinner and drinks, and December 7th through the 24th, they host their traditional performance of the classic 1946 film, It's a Wonderful Life, and they do it live in the style of old-time radio theater. Over at the Ordway, the musical Annie will be their holiday show going on from December 7th through the 31st. And then right next door to us at the beautiful Landmark Center, they always have music, dance, and other events going on. And then across Rice Park, the flagship library, George Latimer Central Branch, has live music, performance, story times. And then of course, in St. Paul, we're all looking forward to the St. Paul Winter Carnival.
Well, that all sounds like a lot of fun. Check out all those websites or just come on downtown and explore.
Chris Coleman is finishing his 3rd term as mayor of St. Paul. At 12 years, that makes him the 2nd longest serving mayor behind George Latimer.
Now, a lot has happened over that time, and Coleman and his team have enjoyed much success. This next video highlights some of those achievements.
I, Christopher B. Coleman, do solemnly swear. When we look at economic development in the city of St. Paul, how are we going to be inclusive on environmental issues? What are some of the things that we haven't been doing that we need to do? And clearly, how are we going to focus our resources to build the Central Corridor over the next coming years? We continue to build on our strengths. We obviously have more housing in the city. There are a lot of good things that are going on, but there are a lot of things that still need to be done. These kind of small investments up front really, save a lot in the long run. If we get kids off on the right start, help them learn, help them stay in school, it's the most cost-effective thing that we can do. a lot of hard work, a lot of determination, perhaps moments of self-doubt, but the fact that you're here is a testament to what you are fully capable of for the rest of your life. Our work isn't done here, it's just beginning. There's a lot of things that are going to need to occur to make sure that we fulfill the promise of the promised neighborhoods. But we have the will, we have the partnerships, we have the tenacity, and we're going to get it done. St. Paul's best days are ahead. We are on the rise, and no project represents the resurgence of the city of St. Paul than this project right here, the Penfield project. We've been doing a lot of ribbon cutting around St. Paul lately. On the count of three. One, two, three. In a city of neighborhoods, every neighborhood mattered. In a city of neighborhoods, every child in every neighborhood deserved a first-class recreation center and a library. And that's what we have created here on the East Side. What's going to happen here is some pretty amazing music. So this is going to be the premier venue of this size in the country. If I am proud of one thing, it is of all of you and the work that we have done together. To St. Paul, to its people, and to its future. Cheers, thank you, and God bless.
Well, quite a long list there. I've lived in St. Paul for over 20 years, and I've definitely noticed an increase in vitality.
Here's a message directly from Mayor Coleman reflecting his years of service.
Hi, I'm Chris Coleman. For the last 12 years, I've had the honor and incredible privilege to be the mayor of my hometown, St. Paul, Minnesota. These 12 years have seen a lot of change in St. Paul. We're more vibrant. There are more people, restaurants, bars, and businesses all across the city. CHS Field in downtown, the new soccer stadium coming up in the Midway District, light rail, music in Mears Park, the Palace Theater, all across the city. We're seeing the vibrancy that I knew St. Paul could have if we just worked on it and came together to build a vital future for the city of St. Paul. Everything that we've done together. The 3,000 city employees that make our city work every day. The 300,000 residents across our city, some coming from countries that we, quite frankly, hadn't heard of several years ago, are making our community the St. Paul that I've always known and loved. Our work isn't done. We still need to make sure that St. Paul works for everyone. Racial equity is going to be key as we go forward. And I know that my successor, Mayor-elect Melvin Carter, will lead that effort, just as we have done these last 12 years. You know, somebody once asked me what makes a successful mayor. And I said, I'm not sure, but I know it begins with you have to love your city more than anybody else in it. I can honestly say, I love St. Paul. I'm proud of the work that we've done together. I look forward to the future, grateful for the work that has made St. Paul the most livable city in America.
Congratulations and thank you, Mayor Coleman.
Now, recently, the St. Paul Police Department held their annual Shop with a Cop event. Thanks to the support of Target and other donors, officers are paired with neighborhood kids to fill out their shopping lists.
We tagged along on one of those shopping trips. Let's take a look.
Does she have curly hair? Or what kind of hair does she have? Let's go this way.
The event is called Shop with the Cop, but you could also call it Shop with the Cop's Wife.
We were in a state of disarray until she took charge.
Sergeant Chris Castle looks forward to the annual shopping trip all year.
You got your list so we can kind of help you get in the right area? Yeah. It's a great event and the kids love it. It really brightens up their holidays and it's just a real festive atmosphere. Target does a wonderful job with it.
This year, Chris brought the whole family. Son Edmund helped with the list. Daughter Snow supervised the cart. And in charge of it all,
I don't know what I'd do without my wife, Commander. Holy cow.
Sergeant Castle's wife, Millicent, led the way.
Oh, and your mom, Carlos, you said your mom wanted some socks too? We got to make sure we get that.
The St. Paul Police Department pairs officers with kids like Sergio, his sister Alicia, and brother Carlos. Together, they fill the kids' Christmas shopping lists with help from private donations.
That list is getting crossed off.
Oh, this is awesome. There you go.
More than 200 officers and 300 kids descended on St. Paul's Midway Target.
Slippers and scarf are going to be over here in the girls section.
One gift at a time, Millicent and team took care of everyone on the kids' list.
Oh, so who had it on their list? I'm trying to
I think it was Carlos.
Okay, so your dad wants one, and then Carlos had it?
More than just the joy of giving, the day is really about connecting the community to its police force.
Born and raised in St. Paul, proud to be a St. Paul cop, and I think it's a great way to give back to the community.
A chance for kids to see that cops are people too.
We need more Michael Jordan cologne.
Oh, Michael Jordan cologne. I've never smelled that.
People with families and kids of their own.
You say hi? Are you tired?
Who sometimes need help, just like they do.
Literally cannot do it without my wife. She's amazing. So yeah, I'm very blessed. Thanks so much.
In our last episode, we showed you how Minnesota's first governor, Alexander Ramsey, celebrated Christmas in his exquisite Irvine Park home. Now this time, we take you inside an even more extravagant mansion with the James J. Hill House.
The Summit Avenue house of the Railroad Baron is especially popular for tours this time of year. Let's take a look.
In the 1890s, St. Paul's Summit Avenue was bustling with activity. Family and friends gathered together in Summit Avenue's opulent Gilded Age mansions to celebrate the Christmas season and welcome the new year. Please join us at the James J. Hill House for a Christmas Traditions guided house tour and discover holiday celebrations of the past. Through stories, excerpts from Hill family letters, and rare photographs, you'll learn how those who lived and worked in this magnificent Summit Avenue home celebrated during the holiday season.
Before we go, let's check in on the Marjorie McNeely Conservatory at Como Regional Park.
The conservatory just started their winter flower show, which you have to check out. But first, here's a behind-the-scenes look at how they changed the garden from one show to the next.
Well, that's our show for this time.
As usual, you can find all the city's videos on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/stpaulgov.
See you next time.
And away we go!